Hey guys, I'm going to show you really quickly how you can use OnShape. Basically, when you log into OnShape, which is onshape.com, it's going to work very similar to Inventor, which we used in class, and the shapes you're going to be creating are things that we also create in class. So it should be pretty simple and pretty straightforward on how to use this product. The first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to sign in or create an account, and just use your school email address and everything. It's going to be fine. The only big thing they're going to do is this is an open source, meaning that your stuff is not proprietary. If you create something, so if you're wanting to make something that's going to have like a patent to it, don't bring it and make it on here. So anyways, what we're going to do, if you go in here, we're going to click on create, and we're going to click on document. And so you could call it OnShape first activity or number 1, because that's the first activity you have to do. And it's going to load a space very similar to what you guys have on Inventor. So your project is on your Google Classroom, and you have a part to create. All right. And so it's going to be very similar when you start with basically the sketch of an object. So if I click on sketch, I can click on what side. We usually start with the front side, and I click on that first. The one thing that's going to be different about this than Inventor is you have to actually click over here on the cube to get it to show you the face forward. The tools are going to be the same. So you have your line tool. So let's say I was going to make a box. I can go up here. I tell it to go, I click when I want it to go certain height, and then I can type in, I want it to be 2 inches, and then I can click enter. Then I'm going to go to the right. Let's say that one's going to be 1 inch. Or I click first, then I hit the 1 inch, then I hit enter. All right. And then I come down here, and then I come back here and I click. And I can always, if I didn't get the measurement I wanted to start off with, I can click on dimension and click on this line, and then I can change it to be whatever I need it to be. These are not the correct dimensions for your project. I'm just giving an example of how to do it. Go ahead and click the check mark. And then now I can click again on that corner so I can see what shape I have so far. So again, I just have a 2D drawing. So we can use this button up here as the extrude button, just like it is on Inventor. And I can click on that and I can extrude it however far I need to extrude it. And that changes right here. All right. So then if I want to add something to the back side, I can just spin the cube around and I can start my sketch on that side. And I've got that ready to go. Clicked on my side. Now I can draw my sketch. Let's say I want that to be just a regular rectangle. Oops. Click on my line tool. Click here. Remember, you click first, then I can put in my number. And then I'm going to come down. And I'm going to close it. All right, and when it gets a closed shape, notice that it turns it gray for you so you guys can see that. Hit the check mark just like you do on Inventor. And then we can use the extrude tool to extrude both those pieces another inch that way. So this looks very similar to what you guys created, or you have to create. These are just not the right dimensions necessarily, so I wasn't trying to find them. Okay. So let's say I wanted to get rid of something, like I need to cut off that edge like you do in your picture. I can start a 2D sketch on this face. Again, I'm going to click on that front view so I can get the 2D version of it. I can use my line tool. And notice that it finds the center point. It makes that square for me. Let's say I want to go here on this center line. And I'm going to connect these dots to have a closed surface. And then now I'm going to hit the finish sketch button. And I can still do extrude on that shape. And I can tell it to go in the opposite direction. So I can grab the arrow and pull it the opposite direction. Okay, and I can tell it to remove instead of to add. Okay? And so that's how I can do that shape basically. Once you're finished with your project, you can just save it, or it automatically saves, I should say. Take a picture or a screenshot using the snipping tool from your computer, and then you've got your screen. Make sure when you do your snipping tool that you've got your name included in your picture. And then once you get ready to create a new one, you'll just go back onto OnShape, and then you can start a new document with part 2.